Parking Hero IoT is leveraging sensors to provide the end-to-end solution for guidance to a free parking spot.
Welcome everyone to another Parking Network video. I'm joined again by Mehdi from Yazamtec. Mehdi, how are you doing?
I'm good, Manoj. Thanks for the invitation once again.
Yeah, thank you for joining. Could you please, I think the audience already know who you are in the company, but provide a brief introduction.
Yeah, sure. I'm Mehdi Al-Melahi. I'm co-founder and CEO of Yazamtec. As I explained before, so Yazamtec, we do innovations for smart cities, but we really tackle the problem of congestion. Of course, it's an overwhelming problem to fix, but at Yazamtec, we have an attacking vector, which is parking.
Could you expand on that when it comes to overall the industry trends that you've been seeing? So you mentioned congestion. Is there specific things that you've really been seeing since we last spoke?
Yeah, actually, after, we still have COVID around, of course, but after that lockdowns and pandemic for the last 2 years, we've seen right now that people are coming back to the office. We've seen that also congestion really are increasing. So there are a couple of studies that shows that congestion have increased once again in worldwide, not only in Europe or America. And that presented a real problem for cities. And that's what we've seen in the industry. We've seen right now some large standards when it comes to smart parking. Another trends that we see also, especially on off-street parking, we see more LPR, so license plate recognition, where you have, even in a country like the UK, we have more garages without even barriers. So just with the license plate recognition, you can know if people have paid yes or no, and then issue a fine. So basically, less interactions as well. Like we see people have tendency to pay right now either using mobile app and not avoiding the machines and the charge. So that's the trends that we see on this industry so far.
Now, how does your Parking Hero IoT solution that we shortly talked about in our last video, how does this come into play within these trends?
Yeah, so as you mentioned, so we have at Yazamtec, we have a solution called Parking Hero IoT, and the Parking Hero IoT is leveraging sensors to provide the end-to-end solution for guidance to a free parking spot. And basically, it has 3 main values for cities, customers, drivers, and businesses. And what we've seen with this trend that people are coming back to the office and more congestion. So we've seen cities are again really interested to have or to incorporate smart parking into their ecosystem. So if you allow me, so I would like to deep dive a little bit of those 3 values that that Parking Hero IoT gives to cities, drivers, and businesses.
Okay, so what are the key values that you'd like to highlight then?
Basically, what our cities happens to do today is a lot of ideas, a lot of decisions are not backed by data. So they don't know how long people are staying, in which streets are parking. As you might know, there is like an astonishing study that done by the European Commission that concluded that 1% of GDP is lost because of traffic congestion. And another one from ITS, which is the Intelligent Transportation Society of America, they've concluded that 30% of that traffic congestion is caused by people looking for parking places. And basically, the conclusion is not the lack of parking places, but the lack of information. So it's the same way like the days before the GPS, you don't know where to go from point A to point B. It was not because of not adequate roads, but it's because of the lack of information. So basically, with Parking Hero IoT dashboards and analytics, the municipality can not only do it goes beyond the simple sense where you know how many spots are free or available, but they can do a deep dive based on dates, hours, and months, and they can do an analysis on the city level, neighborhood level, and also city level. So right now, the parking policy makers can make decisions backed by data. No guesswork needed anymore. So that's for the cities managed. Now, when it comes to drivers, they have less stress-free parking experience. So they can be sure that they can be navigated to a free parking place. In addition to this, one of the main competitive advantage that we have for Parking Hero IoT mobile app is we have a built-in navigation that navigates drivers towards a vacant place. And if a place is taken while you're navigating to that place, so the app has your back. It can navigate you automatically and reroute you to the next vacant place. So that's for the drivers. And I will finish the value proposition with businesses. Here is a scary statistic. 65% of people said that they avoid going for a place because of the challenge of finding parking place. So basically, as a business, you would like your customers to have a stress-free parking experience. In addition to that, in Parking Hero IoT, we can even allow businesses to offer a valet parking facility to their businesses, and then they can tap into this revenue stream that they are losing today because of the congestion. So coming back to your question, Manoj, regarding the trends and how this really. So what we've seen a lot of traction the last couple of months. We've seen a lot of big tenders, not only in Europe but also in Asia and South America regarding parking and smart parking.
And so, could you go further with the trends, with the future, looking ahead, and how Yazamtec will, have an impact on this?
Yeah, sure. So on the future, as I said, offline. So we have we've deployed the project in Eindhoven last year, and right now, because of distraction, so we've been in contact with the municipality to scale up our project. So we're really busy scaling up our project in Eindhoven. We're really happy to work with the municipality to offer smart parking in the city center, especially for visitors. And as I always say, sometimes it can be counterintuitive that you are bringing sensors and you're making the life of drivers easy to find parking place. But on the other hand, the flip side of that is like you give the information of the parking pressure in the city center for drivers. So you are sure that drivers, if they know that it's really busy, they will opt for another means of transportation. And also with our intelligent rerouting mechanism, so you're sure that you have an intelligent rerouting of traffic on the city. So by this, we can really decrease congestion, CO2 emission. We can have safer roads as well. And it's another thing that I would like to mention, Manoj, is like today we have a really good technology in sensors. So a couple of years ago, when we've discussed, at that time sensors had only magnetometer to detect the occupancy of a car. Today we have a combination of magnetometer and radar to detect the car, so we have more accuracy of detection. And we see that in the future, that cities will adopt more smart parking, and it will be from our day-to-day life and will make our life easier to find parking place. Of course, as well, smart parking really help also send drivers to off-street parking if the parking pressure in the city center or in the on-street is reach the maximum capacity. So all in all, I think smart parking will play a really good role in the future. And as a general rule, I would like to mention that all analysts were saying that IoT in general, Internet of Things, will really boom. I think they were predicting 3-4 years ago, but we see right now it was really slow. But we see right now that the trend is picking up, and we at Yazamtec we believe that the future will be bright for IoT business.
Well, Mehdi, it's always a pleasure speaking to you, and thank you for the informative interview. And wish you all the best for the implementation of IoT in the world.
Thanks, Manoj. Always a pleasure to be here.
And thank you everyone for watching today. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you again next time.